Thank you, YOLO, for sponsoring today's video. What is this? Like, this is you want me to put a tree in my offset? Now, I'm gonna bet that you would wanna watch this video, mainly because we're talking about wood. So in this video, I'm gonna go over quickly what wood I prefer to use with my offset, and definitely some things to avoid. So let's get started. Oh shoot. I'm gonna fire up the offset right now. I have a mini charcoal basket. Just gonna get some coal down here. This is gonna help me light my initial fire. So I'm gonna just come in here, just pat those down. Let's throw a few logs on top. Oh, that looks beautiful, right? Let me be like Aaron Franklin. Well, that blew the fire out. Look, we all know there's a faster way to do this. There we go. Ugh. I'm too young to be making these old man noises. This video is going to be really quick. We're going to talk about two things: naturally aged versus kiln-dried. And the second thing we're going to talk about is brand selection and what differences there are when you're picking out a hardwood for your offset smoker. I have two pieces of wood here. One is naturally aged, which means there is a drying process of about 2 to 3 years, and then the wood has enough moisture content out of it to then actually be used for smoking. The kiln-dried is the quick approach to putting wood in a kiln, and you're basically sucking out most of the moisture content. Now, there are pros and cons to both. If you go to any barbecue restaurant, especially any of the top 50 barbecue joints here in Texas, they are going to be using naturally aged wood. And the reason why is you actually want to have the moisture content in here. There is something that the flavors that you can get from naturally aged wood are going to be a lot better than kiln-dried. I am definitely a fan of natural aged wood. I found a company here in Texas. They are called Chief Firewood. And when I looked them up, at that time, they were actually only working with pretty much the top 50 Texas barbecue joints. So whether you go to Franklin's, Mueller's, Terry Black's, they're buying it from Chief Firewood. Now, the cool thing is when I reached out, I was like, hey, I have a YouTube channel. I have an offset smoker. I'm sourcing out wood right now. He was actually mentioning that he is actually going to start curating boxes to then be able to ship from his website, so that if you wanted to, say, do a brisket, pulled pork ribs, and have the exact same wood that Aaron Franklin is using, that's pretty cool. So I will put a link in the description so you can check out his wood called Chief Firewood. Definitely an awesome product. They're the only company that I've found that actually does the naturally aging process, which takes a long time, which why you'll find the majority of companies will do the kiln-dried. The naturally aged, again, it has moisture content. You're going to get a deeper smoke flavor. I have the Chief Firewood in, and right now my backyard smells like I'm rolling up to Franklin's barbecue. My backyard smells so good right now. Man, with all this talk about awesome barbecue, this ties us into today's sponsor, YOLO, which is a fitness company. This is my new stationary bike from YOLO, and I gotta say, I am absolutely in love with it. First off, working out doesn't feel like a chore anymore. YOLO makes cardio actually enjoyable. You can hop on, get moving, and the best part, you don't need some pricey subscription to make it fun. I can cast YouTube videos right from my phone directly to the screen using the YOLO app. Music videos, workout channels, heck, even watching grilling videos while I pedal, total game changer. And check this out, the screen swivels. My kids love it too. You can easily adjust the seat height so even the little ones can hop on and ride while playing video games. I mean, working out and gaming, that's a parenting win right there. If you want to get fit, have fun, and keep enjoying great food, YOLO is where it's at. Now, I would say the cons of naturally aged wood is definitely it's a little bit more finicky in your offset. So since it still has more moisture content comparing it to kiln dried, that means sometimes if you're trying to get lower fire temperatures, it's harder to have the next log light if it's naturally aged and dried versus if it's kiln dried. Kiln dried is able to light a little bit easier. So it really depends what I'm in the mood for. For me, I like a really, really nice smoke flavor on my barbecue, so I'm naturally gonna go for naturally aged. But there is a place for kiln dried, mainly because it's a lot easier to work with. The pros for the kiln dried is when I throw this into my offset and say it's like there's maybe even just a few ashes in there that have basically a little heat left in it. If I throw a kiln dried, that has a better chance of actually catching rather than if I put a naturally aged. Now there are tricks. You can stack your wood on the top stack. Now the issue with the smoker I'm using, this is the Old Country Barbecue Bits G3. It's insulated, so the top firebox area doesn't get as hot as a normal firebox would if it just had, say, 1/4 inch steel on it. Not all kiln dried wood is created the same. When it comes to kiln dried, I have two examples here. You have B&B and then you have Smokey Woods. Both of these are kiln dried, and then there is a few differences to look out for. Now with Smokey Woods, the one thing, if I pull out a piece of wood, generally they are going to be in the same size, same weight. They actually do put a lot of emphasis making sure that if you're grabbing some wood out of here, generally it's going to be pretty much in the same size, same weight, so that if you know, if you're writing down a recipe like, oh, hey, I put 2 logs to start my fire, generally I'm going to get consistent results. With B&B, like, here's a log, here's a log, here's a log. Like, if I tell you, hey, I put 1 log of B&B into my offset, like, dude, what? Like, come on now. Like, what is that? Like, what is this? Like, this is you want me to put a tree in my offset? Like, dude, what? Like, yeah. I think what I'm getting at here is, again, not all kiln dried wood is equal. And I guess my best example is if you're getting a bag to put in your offset smoker, I'm probably going to grab Smokey Woods just because I know that each piece is pretty much cut the same and ready to go. Whereas if I'm working with this, I literally have to go take an axe and then do what they didn't do and then kind of break this down. I have tons of B&B wood, and every bag is like, what are we working with today? Sure, there's going to be some splits that are easy to work with, but then they'll give you like a log and then just none of the sizes match up. So again, if I'm trying to curate a recipe, definitely Smokey Woods is going to be easy to work with. I can basically put it in and I'm going to get consistent results. With B&B, you can make great barbecue with that, but then there is a little bit more work going into it. And I'm just like, man, I'm not about that. I'm kind of actually really tempted to throw this in my offset. See the odometer go to like 900 degrees, baby. Brisket 1 hour. That's pretty much it for today's video. So the top 2 brands I would definitely recommend checking out is definitely check out Chief Firewood. I will put a link in the video. Again, the same tree that is doing Aaron Franklin's barbecue could be in your backyard. I think that is really, really cool. And definitely if you have an Ace Hardware near you, definitely check out Smokey Woods, a very, very solid product. And I really like that in their bag, pretty much every piece you take out is going to be in the same size and shape. Really, really like that. Now the big question is, we got the offset fired up. What should I put in it? You let me know in the comment section. You let me know in the comment section, and boom, I will put that meat on the smoker right now. I guarantee. Try it. Try it. Type it in. You type it in the comment section, it's going in the smoker. You think I'm fibbing? Try me. Try me, bro. Kiln-Dried. Naturally aged. That simple. Cut it. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize it's a one-man show around here. I can't say cut it and the camera's like, I literally have to get up and, you know, like, all right, see you later.